Welcome to Hollywood Secrets. In today's video, we explore the 10 worst singers of all time, a list that is sure to surprise and maybe even shock you. While there are plenty of gifted voices throughout music history, some artists' vocal abilities were simply not up to par with their peers. Whether due to poor technique, lack of vocal range, or just not being able to carry a tune, these singers have garnered attention for all the wrong reasons. While they may have made their mark in the music world, they left many listeners cringing rather than humming along. Let's dive into the list and explore who made the cut for the worst singers of all time. Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton's foray into music in 2006 with her album Paris was a short-lived and widely panned attempt at a pop career. Hilton's voice is often described as breathy, weak, and lacking in range, and she struggled to connect with listeners on a musical level. Her vocals were heavily auto-tuned, and the lack of depth and emotion in her voice only highlighted her shortcomings as a singer. Despite the album's commercial success, Hilton was criticized for riding on her fame rather than musical talent. Her attempt at a singing career has largely been forgotten, overshadowed by her celebrity status rather than any true musical achievement. Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie, like her close friend Paris Hilton, dabbled in music but failed to make an impact in the industry. Richie's debut album Nicole Richie was met with poor reviews, and her singing abilities were frequently called into question. Her voice was often described as thin, weak, and lacking the necessary range and power to carry a song. Much like Hilton, Richie's music career was overshadowed by her fame, and she was not taken seriously as a vocalist. Her attempts at music only added to her reputation as a socialite rather than an artist, with little to show for her time in the music industry. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith, son of actor Will Smith, ventured into music, but his vocal abilities have left many fans disappointed. Known for his unique and often experimental approach to hip-hop and pop, Jaden's voice lacks the raw power and emotional connection that typically defines a successful artist. His auto-tuned vocals and monotone delivery make his music feel robotic and detached, leaving listeners underwhelmed. Despite his attempts to carve out a niche for himself in the music world, Jaden's vocal performance has often been critiqued for lacking any real depth or charisma. His singing career remains one that many would prefer to forget. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey once dazzled the world with her incredible vocal range, but in recent years, her voice has faced serious criticism. While she could effortlessly hit high notes in her prime, her voice has become strained and unreliable, especially during live performances. Carey's vocal range has diminished with age, and her attempts to belt out high notes often result in flat, off-key moments. Her reliance on vocal tricks and auto-tune has only highlighted her vocal limitations, and her once perfect voice is now seen as a shadow of its former glory. Despite her incredible success, Mariah Carey's vocal decline is one of the most dramatic and controversial stories in modern music. Seline Dion. Seline Dion's once great voice has also faltered in recent years, leaving many fans questioning her abilities. Known for her powerful vocal delivery and remarkable range, Dion's voice has become strained and tired after decades of touring and performing. Her high notes no longer carry the same intensity, and her once glorious voice has become increasingly unreliable. While she was once praised for her vocal ability, Dion's decline is hard to ignore. Her reliance on vocal techniques like excessive vibrato has made her singing sound forced and strained. Despite her incredible career, Dion's voice no longer resonates with the same magic it once did. Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson's singing voice has also been widely criticized throughout her career. While she's a talented performer and dancer, Jackson's vocal abilities have been questioned, particularly in her early years. Her voice is often described as thin and breathy, lacking the power or range that many of her peers possess. Despite her massive success in the music industry, Jackson has faced constant scrutiny over her singing voice, and her live performances often reveal the limitations of her vocal abilities. Her career has been more defined by her choreography and image than her actual singing, which has led many to question her place in the pantheon of great vocalists. Kanye West. Kanye West is a polarizing figure in music, and his vocal abilities have been a subject of constant debate. While he's known for his groundbreaking production and innovative style, West's attempts at singing have left much to be desired. His auto-tuned vocals and lack of tonal control have made many of his songs sound robotic and flat. Despite his genius in producing and shaping the sound of modern hip-hop, his voice simply doesn't match up to the expectations of a traditional singer. West's vocal limitations have often been overlooked due to his other talents, but they are hard to ignore in his music. Britney Spears. While Britney Spears was once a pop princess, her voice has long been a source of criticism. Known for her breathy, often off-key vocals, Spears has never been praised for her vocal prowess. Her reliance on auto-tune and studio tricks to enhance her voice has led many to question her true singing ability. Despite her success in the pop world, her voice has often been seen as one of the weakest in the industry. Spears' live performances are often plagued with pitch issues and a lack of vocal power. Her career has largely been built on her image and stage presence rather than her vocal talent. Ashlee Simpson. Ashlee Simpson, known for her reality show The Ashlee Simpson Show, suffered a major setback to her career after a lip-syncing scandal on Saturday Night Live in 2004. Despite having a moderately successful career, Simpson's voice was widely regarded as thin, weak, and lacking the range necessary for a mainstream pop career. Her singing style lacked the depth and power needed to compete with other pop artists, and her lack of vocal control was evident during her live performances. The lip-syncing incident only further solidified her reputation as a non-serious artist. She eventually stepped away from music to focus on other projects, but her music career never recovered. Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson, though known for her reality show and acting career, has also faced criticism for her voice throughout her singing career. While she was once considered a promising pop singer, Simpson's vocals were often described as lacking power and emotion. Her vocal delivery was breathy and often flat, and her live performances struggled to match the polished studio versions of her songs. Despite her attempt to break into the country music scene, her singing abilities were never able to elevate her beyond the realm of pop star. Simpson's music career was defined more by her personality than her vocal talents, and she eventually shifted her focus to acting and business ventures. In conclusion, while these singers have each made a mark on the music industry, their vocal abilities often left much to be desired. Whether due to lack of range, poor technique, or over-reliance on auto-tune, their voices failed to meet the standards set by other legendary performers. Despite their flaws, these artists were still able to achieve fame and success, proving that a great image and personality can sometimes outweigh vocal ability. If you're looking for flawless vocal performances, these are certainly not the names you'll want to turn to. But each one has their own place in music history, even if their singing wasn't quite up to snuff. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Secrets for more videos about Hollywood's untold stories and fascinating insights.